Good day, everyone. Welcome to yet another tutorial series for our project, the financial modeling. So we stopped at generating or auto-generating the product name, and the next thing we want to do is to talk about sharing ratio. Now, you should remember that be it direct or indirect, you can see here that the non-recurring cost for direct is recurring cost multiplied by 3 then plus installation cost. Now if we based on the sharing formula, this sharing formula is actually on the service plan itself, not on the installation cost, although the non-recurrent is actually there. But between Azyten and phase 3 and Azyten and ABC Telco, what they are actually going to share is the cost of service. And as you can see, the non-recurring cost is recurring cost multiplied by 3 in the that's for direct channel. For the indirect channel is just recurring cost multiplied by 3. What it means is that the installation cost is given to the channel partner, and in this case ABC Azyten Technology will take this 35,000, so they are not going to share this money with ABC Telco. So in order for us to do that, we have to come up with then removing the installation cost. Now, one way to go about it is to create a custom function or a custom column, then create custom function. So we know that for direct channel, for non-recurrent, and for direct channel non-recurrent, there's installation cost of 35,000 out of it. So we can then say if channel is direct and subscription type is non-recurrent, then we then say amount minus 35,000. This is to test for direct channel. Else, let's just say 0. Always end your query than else. We can then say let's just put it like this. So you can see a lot of zeros here. Then let's examine the zeros. We have 911. We can do a count rows. We have 834 not done, and which is weird because you do have some non-recurrent costs that are yet to be undone. Let's do a count again. How about 72? Oh, that's interesting. We have about 72, and they are okay. So the channels are mostly indirect, but if we so what is left is indirect. So what it means is that what we did is for direct, right? And so now the one thing I wanted to show us is, let's go to non-recurrent. Let's just delete non-recurrent. So all of the channels here are indirect. So but you can see that this customer paid 110 like that. This customer ended up paying to Azyten full price as if it's a direct channel, but because it already stated here that this is actually from the channel partner, we are actually going to do the same thing. Now we can notice that a lot of these costs are full price inclusive of installation costs, except for 297, which when we go to the indirect channel, 297 is, let's see here, unlimited 300, that's minus installation costs, because for direct channel is 332. If you remove 35,000 from here, you get to 97. Then 357, which is what we have here. For direct is 392. Then 297 again. 105 should be, this is actually 90,000 plus 105. Let me see what 105 is. Oh, 105 is actually this. Let's see. It's actually this. For some weird reason, I don't know why. Okay, but let me test something. Minus 35,000. Oh, it's 70k, and we don't have anything for 70. It looks like 107 is the 105 is actually a non-recurrent cost. I really don't know why they made it a recurrent cost. But 90,000 here are non-recurrent, as you can see. Let's see. Oh, this is a so 90,000 are non-recurring costs, and you can look at the date where these changes happen. So from March 2023, which is still within this place. That's weird. So from March 2023, they started paying. That's weird. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's not actually. Sorry. From March 2023, they were paying money without installation cost. But before then, they were paying it inclusive of installation cost. So what we can then do is we can then add an addendum to our formula and say else if transaction date is less than so 2023, we'll say March, 1st of March. Then no, and channel is indirect, and subscription type is non-recurrent. Then what do we want? Amount minus 35,000. Else, let's put 0. Let's see if it's gonna work. Let me see if anything has changed. Oh, it hasn't changed. So I think I'm just going to take the formula, the first one up, the date. I'll just take it up in based on hierarchy. I'll say else if. I'll just take this. I'm going to cut it. Let's go here, paste, and say else if, and click on. It still didn't affect it. It said transaction date less than oh, I said March 4th, but this is even supposed to affect it, but it did not. I'm wondering what I did wrong. Non-recurrent. Non-recurrent is double R. So I'm seeing that yep. Okay, now it has affected it. So um so it has affected it. Then we can now say if it is greater than that particular date, else we can say else if, then we'll copy um, this same formula, but I'm going to put it after this so that transaction date can follow suit. So I'll just copy to this place and paste it in between here, the in between the two else if. Again, I'm too lazy, so if it is greater than um if it is greater than this date, then we can say greater than or equal to this particular date, then we'll just say just give us the amount alone. You don't need to do minus 35,000. And let's go to filter. So I have nothing. So what it means is that for non-recurrent, you always have a number here. So we can just filter for non-recurrent. So we do have a number, and there's no empty. You can see there's no empty rows here. No empty. Everything is filled. Oh, I'm seeing 55,000, right? And I'm curious as to why 55,000. Let's see what the issue is. Oh, so apparently there's a particular payment around February 2024, but it's not supposed to. Yeah, this 2024 is not even supposed to affect it. I'm wondering why it is the formula is affecting. Let's observe the formula again. So we said if it is greater, let me just say greater or is less than or equal to this is greater than this. What it's supposed to give me, anything greater than this should give me I can do 50 here, less than 6 just to be greater than, let's say, 5. It's not supposed to affect it negatively, but I'm wondering why. So I'm going to go back to my 55,000. Maybe I should set I can do an and as well. I wonder why. So I can do or if I can say and no, let's say or date dot year, transaction date is 2024. Just to get rid of that is I can say greater than 2023. Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, greater. Yep, click on OK, then go to my filter and let's see. It's still there. This is weird. It's really, really weird. So I'm thinking of taking this up. So I'm just going to paste this here and copy this and paste it in the else if. I think it's a hierarchy thing. I'm not sure. I'll test it and see. Oh, it's still there. This is weird. So I can actually single out I can single out just that date alone. I can single out that date alone. but it is actually supposed to affect. So this or is not, it didn't, is not really doing anything per se. Mm, so this didn't do anything. The changes I made did not do anything. I'm just going to return it back. um, I'll return it back because it didn't make any changes. So what I'm just going to do is uh, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to single out that date alone. I can then say if transaction date, or I can say if transaction date, and let me just give a space. Transaction date is equal to, I'll give it an exact date. So 2024, I think it's 0205. Then I can, oh sorry, and channel is indirect and this is recurrent. Then just give me amount. Let me see if transaction date equal to, is there anything wrong? Oh, else if, supposed to be else if. Click on OK and let me filter again. Oh, I think I got the date wrong. So it's 11th of February. So I will just put 11th there. Go back to the filter. It's still showing me that. This is weird. Hmm. This is something I can actually forgo, but I just wanted to take care of it. It's an error that I can let go of, but I want to see 75. Let me see 105, 55. So 90,000. That's all. Okay, so it worked on this guy. Are you kidding me? Except for this. Oh, and that's because this is direct. Oh, okay. So I think there's also a direct thing. Okay, so it's direct. That is why. So that's why we have that issue. It's indirect but non-recurrent. So so I see the reason why. So I don't think I am going to bother. Okay, I'll just say channel indirect, channel direct non-recurrent. Let me see what's gonna happen. Let's see, it's still showing me 55. And I think, let me see, it's a, okay, I think I need to take this date up. Let me just take it up, Control X, remove this, go to this place. I'm going to paste it here and say else if, and click on OK and go back to my filter and see if it has affected it. Yeah, it has affected it. So yeah, so it has affected it. That's because for some, I think maybe they did some promotion. Most likely they did some promotion and they excluded the 35,000 for installation costs. So we've been able to get that. We can rename our column NRC to non-recurrent. We have the 105 to deal with as well. There's a 105 problem. Let's go back to the one. Okay, so we have a 105 to deal with. I want to see the 105, how we are going to deal with that. I made a mistake. So it's 105 and it looks like, so I can target it. I can literally target it to remove the 105 off, remove off the 105 from this particular column. So we have the date equal November 7 2023 and amount is 105. So I can target it and remove it. So I can say else if transaction date is equal 2023, I've forgotten the, okay, 11th, is it 07, and amount is 105, then 0, else if. I'm just targeting that particular date. Let me check. It didn't take care of it, and that's because I think I got the date wrong. So I'll go back and check again. It is, yeah, amount is 105. I can see subscription type, and subscription type is non-recurrent. Click on OK, go to filter. I still have the 105 there. Okay, and I can see channel is indirect. Again, I'll see, and channel is indirect. Let me see if it will still work. Okay, it's still seeing it, which is maybe bit worried. Oh, okay, it's still there. Okay, so I might take it to the, I think I might take it up I'll just cut, remove this else if, and take it like somewhere around here and say else if to the beginning, else if, and click on OK and go back to filter. Yeah, so I get nothing. So I've actually taken care of that, and let's see if maybe there's any error. Okay, there's the 105 that is not there. So we can also inspect 0, and I bet you mostly will be recurrent. Yeah, so oh, there's a non-recurrent for 0. Oh, that's the 105. That will be the 105 here, which is the amount here. So now that we are done with that, we can then get the actual recurrent costs for uh, this particular problem. I tried it before. Actually tried it before. That's why you are seeing like repetition here. But I used a different approach. I actually used a different approach, which mostly worked well. So I am going to remove this. I'm also going to remove this as well. So I actually got the recurrent cost using some method, very long method, but I'll try it again. So now to get the current cost, all I just need to do is just to divide the non-recurrent by 3, so I can see recurrent cost. Although I don't think I need it. Recurrent cost, I really don't need it, but so I'll just say it is non-recurrent. I put non-current. Non-recurrent divided by 3, and that will be it. So I think I will delete, I'll change this to non-recurrent. I'm getting an error because I'm referring to, yeah, I think I'll just repair it. I'm going to remove this. I don't need it. Don't know why it's showing me red. I have a lot of errors. Why does it have errors? Yeah, that's because I have zeros. I think I would say if this non-recurrent is not 0, so is not, it will be is not 0, then I'll just say else 0. Let's see, I have error. That's interesting. Let me do it again. Go to add column, go to custom column. I'll say recurrent would be non-recurrent divide by 3. Click on OK. Oh, so it is fine now. The ones that are 0 will still give me 0. I don't know. I I just mapped it like this. So the next thing is now to apply the percentages. So these percentages, mind you, regardless of the date, this is the percentage share. Now I can then say, what I can then say is to say, I want to now gather. I now have my cost of service, or I'm able to get my cost of service. The other thing I can now do is to say, wherever this is zero, I thought about it. Wherever this is zero and it is recurrent, just put that amount. So yeah, I think I'm just going to delete this. I can then say internet cost, or yeah, I can create a column. I'll just say internet cost, internet cost, and see if subscription type is non recurrent, then give me non-recurrent column. Else, if subscription type is recurrent, yeah, recurrent, then give me amount. Then just give me amount. Else, zero. Click on OK. So you can then see that wherever is zero usually would be other than either non-recurrent or recurrent. I'm very sure if I filter out non-recurrent and recurrent, you will not find zero here. So I can just come to the drop down, filter drop down. Oh, that's interesting. Did I find zero there? I think it is. Yeah, we still have to come back to this our 105, and I will still have to delete it again. And so I can then say, I think I was specific here, and I said this. I'll just copy this and come to my column. The next column. Okay. Oh God, this is not what I want, but it's fine. What I can then do is to say each else this. Okay, I'll just paste it here. I'll say else if remove this each here, and the substitution type is this and this. I'll say then amount. I'll just create my amount. Yeah, and I think I'm good. Hopefully it doesn't show me an error. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Yeah, so by the time I come back here, I don't think, if I filter out only non-recurrent and recurrent, I don't think I should expect to see zero there. Yeah, so now we can now do our percentage share. So the percentage share will just be on the internet cost alone, right? We can now add a column and say percentage share ABC Telco we now say is if product name is unlimited 50 or unlimited 50 MRC, and product name is equal to unlimited 50 MRC, then actually we can put the percentage, right, and say 0.65. Else if I actually have it somewhere, but let me just copy and paste. So this is 100, then we have 68% point. Else if we have 150, then that will be 71%, which is here. Then we'll just say 0.71. Else if we will now deal with 300, then how many percent? That will be 63%. That will be 0.63. Else if capped 200 is 70%, then capped 500 is 69%. So I'll say else if I'll just say capped 200 and say capped 200 here. Again, I will copy this, then 0.70. Else if is then we say then 0.69. So this is 500 and this is 500. Now this is a mistake. I need to give space here because it does have space. Else we are done. We just say 0 and click on OK. Now you can see what we'll just do is just to click here and put change the data type to percentage. Here is number, is a number, whole number. We'll also change the data type here to whole number as well. Whole number, because it's whole number. What we can do here is to, we'll just say rename. Please try to rename your column. We'll just say percentage share ABC Telco. Always try to rename your column. What did we do here? I think this is internet cost. So I'll just say internet cost. Internet cost. It's really important that you name your column. What did we do here? Okay, we got non-recurrent costs. So it's really important. Right click, say non-recurrent. Always try to name your stuff. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to get percentage share of that of Azyten, right? So it is just 1 minus, this is supposed to be Now we'll just leave it like this. So we can then create a new column and say percentage share of Azyten, percentage share Azyten, and let's see percentage share. Let me see percent. Oh, I think I can do this and say hash and say if I remember correctly, percentage share. I don't think I remember correctly. Let me just do this and say hash. Is it hash or okay? So it's hash. Then let me just look for it. Yeah, so percentage share. So it will be 1 minus that's 100% minus whatever percentage share this is. So we have 35% and so on. Oh, so I'm supposed to add a clause if this is 0. If I'm supposed to actually add a clause. I'll say if this is not 0, is not 0, it's not 0, then this is what you do for me, else 0, and click on OK. So you can see we now have 0 here. So I can right click and go to rename. I will just say percentage share Azyten. After which you can then do your revenue. You can get your revenue share. So you can create a column and say this time around I think you can do conditional and say no, is it conditional? Forgotten, but you can do your custom column and just say Azyten revenue share, Azyten Internet Revenue share revenue. You can then say is equal to Azyten percentage share multiply multiply by internet cost. The same thing, you can say Azyten revenue internet revenue. And you can do the same thing for, I don't know if I can duplicate this setup, but you can, I think if I open it, it's going to show me something simple. Oh, showing me formula. I thought it will show me something simple. Then I can say ABC Telco Internet Revenue will just be percentage ABC multiplied by internet cost. And now how do you know that this and this will give you internet cost? You can test it and say create a new column. I'll just create a new column without, I'll just say this plus this. It's supposed to give me internet cost, this internet cost. So you can use it to check. I can now say, just to confirm, is custom column equal internet cost. Let's see what is going to show us. So it will be true, 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 true. I don't think there will be any false. Oh, there's false. That's interesting. What happened? Oh, that's because we have zeros. 0 is equal to 0, but oh, okay. Oh, then that's because this is orders. This is recurrent. This is not recurrent subscription, no. I think, yeah, we made mention of these, that these are not recurrent. These are, so this is a mistake from hmm, Yeah, we excluded. This is not supposed to even have product name order, so we excluded this. So um, although it's not supposed to have any internet cost, I think this internet cost here is supposed to be 0. I wonder why I missed it, but again, I can remove this. But all of these these are just tests to show um, you just check your work if it's correct or not. So I can say ABC Telco Internet ABC Telco Internet Revenue. Now, for the ones that are indirect, and because we also want to know the ones that are indirect internet costs, but um, we want to know the ones that are internet costs. No, installation costs, but for indirect, that is channel partners. We also want to get the cost of that, right? What we can then do is to say our internet costs, our amount minus internet, that's minus our amount minus internet cost if it is non-recurrent, and if it is indirect, then we'll have the amount for um, revenue for channel partners. So I can then create a custom column and say channel partner revenue. Channel partner revenue, that is other partners revenue, will be what? Will be if subscription type is non-recurrent, right? And channel is what? Indirect. Then internet cost minus, oh no, it's amount minus internet cost, sorry, but oh no, amount minus internet cost, then else 0. I bet you most likely see 35,000. So you most likely see 35,000 all through, either 0 or 35,000. We've been able to get that. Then for the ones that are they are indirect, and no, they are direct, and so we can get the Azyten's installation cost, which is not part of ABC Internet Telco Revenue. So we can get other costs, or let's just get in installation costs, Azyten installation cost, and create a column and say Azyten installation cost, and we'll just say if channel is direct, right, and subscription type is non-recurrent, so I think is, yeah, recurrent, then amount minus internet cost, else 0, and click on OK. I bet you are still going to see oh, so I'm going to rename this to be channel partner revenue, or just a partner revenue, anyone. Partner revenue, and I'll say Azyten installation cost, which is part of Azyten's revenue. So Azyten installation revenue, right? So I'm just doing a breakdown of everything. Let me see. The places that are zero here and that are not either logistics, they are non-recurrent and recurrent, are those. Okay, no, sorry. I think non-recurrent are those funny. Yeah, 207, 105. Yeah. Okay, there's even a 105, right? So I need a way to actually remove it from here. So I would say I can say if product name is this MRC. So where is internet cost? I'll say if product name is unlimited 300 MRC, then 0. So I think let me look at I want to remove it completely from there. So if product name is this and non-recurrent is 0, I can say non-recurrent, this subscription type is non-recurrent, product name is this, just so that I can target specific, remove it from the internet cost. So in my last sorry, it's internet cost. I would say else if subscription type is non-recurrent, recurrent, and product name is unlimited 300 MRC, then 0. I can even add an internet and non-recurrent yeah is 0, then 0, else 0. So I want to remove so from the internet cost, I want to remove that oh, it is still loading. I didn't remove it. I can add I actually want to remove it because it's doing calculations I don't like. Yeah, so it's doing calculations I don't like. So I said non-recurrent is 0, product name is this, subscription type is non-recurrent. I can say channel is indirect. I can add a lot of things just so I can remove that. Channel is indirect. I can say channel is indirect. And it's not going to, I think I will have to take it up the, I'm curious now. It's still there. So I have to target specific routes. I have to remove it specifically. And I can say maybe I'll just enter the date. Yeah, let me just enter the date as well. It will enable me to remove it completely. So I would remove else from this place. I'm just going to copy out this to this place here. And it so happens that this transaction date is I'll say else if, and I'll put I actually targeted it like internet cost is supposed to say, oh, this is my fault. This is my fault. Actually, I'm supposed to say, oh, oh, I think we are good. It's part of internet cost, yeah. Oh, it is part of internet cost. Many apologies. I don't know why I was don't worry about it. It was just me and my paranoia. And so for Azyten, we now know that if it is not internet costs, every other thing is for Azyten. So its subscription type is not internet costs. So meaning its subscription type is not equipment, if it's not non-recurrent and recurrent, right? Everything belongs to Azyten in as much as it's not that. So what I can then do is I can get a total revenue for Azyten. That would be Azyten installation cost, Azyten internet revenue, as well as the amount if it is not recurrent or non-recurrent. So I can then get a custom column to just get the total amount for Azyten. So I can say Azyten total revenue is if subscription type is not non-recurrent and the same subscription type is not recurrent. Then I can then say amount plus Azyten revenue share, internet revenue plus Azyten installation, else 0. There's always a else 0, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so I think okay. Oh, this is interesting. I can actually rename this to be other Azyten other costs. Yeah. So I can say Azyten other costs. Azyten other revenue, sorry. Other revenue. Then if I want to do the total cost, that it worked in a way that Azyten order revenue. Yeah, that's interesting. So I can then do a new column for total revenue. Azyten total revenue will just be everything that belongs to Azyten. So I don't need to do if. Internet cost plus installation cost plus other costs. So I can get my total. And this is interesting in such a way that, yeah, I think basically I'm done. So I've gotten Azyten total cost, I've gotten channel partners cost, I've gotten ABC's revenue or costs, and I want to believe that everything will sum up to, I want to believe that everything, if I add this plus this plus this, will give me the amount. Let us try it. So I can just say total cost as it turns total revenue plus channel partner um, revenue plus ABC Telco should give me total amount, as you can see. However, I'm going to test it again to see if it is true. So I'll just say create a column to test if it is true. I'll say it's true and say this custom column, is this custom column equal to amount? What a way to test the truth. I might have false, but okay. So it means that some of my calculation is wrong. Oh, a lot of my calculation is wrong. I want to count by how many? Count. That's interesting. That is interesting. So I made a mistake. It's actually supposed to be, let me shift this to this place to where the amount is. Actually, I can just do, I'm not going to reorder. What I'm just going to do is just go to, I think, transform, move to beginning, and bring it to this amount and just compare. Okay. So there's some issues I can see here, but this is fine. Oh, no, no. I think I made a mistake. Okay, is this guy I'm supposed to bring to the beginning? To the beginning, then move it to the amount. Yeah, so just move it to the amount and just compare. So it is mostly true except for, oh, what did I do that was a mistake? Thing is, I will take a look at it. I think I must have done something that is a mistake, but I will need to compare. I would need to compare. That is pretty interesting. Oh, I think the problem might be the installation cost. I think no, might be Azyten's installation cost. I will take a look at it. Oh, I added. Oh my. Okay. Oh, I added something that I was not supposed to. That's interesting. Let's see if we can adjust that. So the okay. So the installation cost is supposed to be if subscription type is non-recurrent, not recurrent. So I think I added recurrent and non-recurrent, which is why it's giving me that. Huh. I think, but I'm not sure. Taking time to load, it does take time like that. Okay, so I think I saw where the issue is. So it's this in my other cost. This is supposed to be or, not and. That was my mistake. And okay, this is now weird. So this is for other costs, right? No. Okay, so I think this is my mistake. The calculation is wrong. I'll just say other revenue. Okay. I think is not should be non-recurrent. Just give me a second. Let me so I found out I think I did the wrong calculation. So as I said, if you sum up Azyten other revenue, installation cost, partner revenue, ABC Internet, and Azyten Internet Revenue, it's going to give you the exactly what is in the amount, or it should give you. So I can just add a custom column and say total revenue, and I'll just say is equal Azyten Internet plus ABC Telco Internet plus channel partner Internet plus Azyten installation plus other revenue, and click on OK. Now, how do I test this? I can create another column and say test. Is a test column, and I'll say is total revenue equal amount. Is it equal amount? I think I might have some errors, but everything is supposed to be true. So mostly true. But I think I might have some errors. So I have some false. I just click on OK to see where my false is. Now notice that my false is in these particular places, that 35,000, 304,000, and 130, just in 4 places, and that can be fixed. The reason is I'm supposed to put them in one of these revenue. Now I said that for this 35,000 by January 2023, let's go to the service plan. By January 2023, we're still charging customers 25,000 and 35,000 for unlimited 50 is by April 2024. So it's not possible that this would be a recurrent, it would be a recurrent cost as at the time of the statement of account. So I'm going to assume this is orders. 304 should be orders, and anything that is orders is Azyten. So instead of so the subscription type cannot be recurrent because there's nothing like 304 there. 130 is also the same thing. So I'm supposed to do it in such a way that this other revenue is supposed to reflect this amount. So I think if I notice, we have internet costs. So this is actually not supposed to show in the internet cost. It is not really. Although I omitted it, successfully omitted it, but it isn't supposed to show. However, what I can do is I can then set some conditions just to make sure that it balances. I can set if product name is orders, subscription is recurrent, non-recurrent is 0, internet cost is not 0 actually. Then what can I do? Channel is direct or none, then just give me the amount. So I can do that for other revenue. I can then say else if I can start with channel. If channel is direct or null, or channel is null, is can say null. I think I can say null, and product name equal others. I can then say and internet cost is not 0, then amount. But I think I'm supposed to add something else. Yeah, subscription type, and subscription type is I can say, and subscription type is recurrent. Yeah, I just want to make sure I take care of everything as much as possible. Let me go to filter here now. Aha, so we can then see that there's nothing under filter, then there is no, everything is true, 100% true. So I would go to so what it means is this total revenue is definitely equivalent to the amount. However, I'll just go to the Azyten other revenue and check for 35,000, 304,000. So I'll go to 35,000, 304,000, and 130,000. 304 and 130. I can see them here. So I've now added them to other revenue as the 10 other revenue. I just wanted to show you guys, and everything is now balanced. So I'm going to delete the filter, and so I can just say as the 10 other revenue total. So this total, I can then do a test and ask a test. I would create a test column and then ask, is total revenue equal to amount, because they are actually supposed to be equal. And like I said, everything is supposed to be true. So I have true, which is correct. So it means that this calculation that I just did here for ABC um, Azyten Internet, ABC Rev, Partner Rev, Azyten Installation, Azyten Orders is correct. So then I can then add in another column and say Azyten Total Revenue. Now Azyten Total Revenue will be everything that is just related to Azyten. So that would be Azyten Internet plus Azyten Installation plus Azyten Orders. Now we can still do the test again to see. So total revenue now will just be Azyten total revenue plus the Azyten total revenue plus channel partner plus ABC Telco. Now I'll just say I'll put this in bracket, and I just want to do my test. I just want to do my test to see. So I'll just say is amount equal to this. So directly I'm just doing a test. I'll just do my test, and I think I should get true, all true. So I just wanted to do that so this is, I will rename Azyten total revenue. So now that I now have that, so I have now separated this amount of money into different segments, that of Azyten, that of ABC Telco, and that of channel partner. So if it is not ABC Telco, if this amount that has been paid is not ABC Telco, is that of Azyten. If it's not Azyten, is that of the channel partner. I think I can just remove this balance and allocation. They are literally not useful to me. I can decide to remove some other columns, but I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll close and load. Now I can load to. Just right click. So maybe I'm just going to change the name to, instead of second project, I'll just change the name to financial model. So I can just see Azyten SOA financial model, and I'll just close and load. So this is going to change, and I can then load to a new table to be, so that I can have the name of my sheet being that, and I can then do my my financials. So I can just click anywhere, go to insert, go to pivot table. I think I'm just going to add this to the data model.